You are being told that Ukraine is on the march, that Russia is struggling, that combination of Western weapons, Ukrainian resilience, and especially this new drone campaign targeting deep inside Russian territory has fundamentally shifted the balance. You hear this from commentator. You read it in major newspapers and you see it reflected in the confident postures of European leaders who talk about ramping up military production. Now, here is the problem. If you actually look at what is happening on the ground, and I mean really like not read the headline, but study the maps, study the casualty figures, study the territorial movement. The picture is completely different. Russia is winning on the battle slowly, yes, painfully, yes, at great cost, absolutely, but winning. The Russians are systematically moving through the Donbas. They have already consolidated their control over Luhansk, and by the end of this summer, perhaps into the early autumn, they are very likely to complete their control over Donetsk as well. There is no Ukrainian counteroffensive that is reversing this. There is no evidence, none, that the Ukrainians. So then you have to ask yourself if the narrative of Ukrainian success on the battlefield is false. What is it hiding? What it is hiding is this: because the West cannot win the ground war for Ukraine, it has pivoted to a different strategy. And this strategy is the drone campaign. The idea is not to win on the battlefield, the idea is to inflict so much economic and psychological pain deep inside Russia, targeting energy infrastructure, military production facilities, cities that ordinary Russians live in, including Moscow and St. Petersburg, that Russia has eventually cracks at the negotiating table and agrees to turn favorable to Ukraine and the West. I want you to think carefully about this strategy because it is based on an assumption, and the assumption is this: that Russia has breaking point, that if you hit hard enough, repeatedly enough in places that feel close to home, Russia will eventually hold up its hand and say, enough, let's make a deal. This assumption has a name in strategic theory. It is called coercive bombing, and the historical record of coercive bombing is, to put it politely, not encouraging. The British bombed German cities for historical record of coercive bombing is, to put it politely, not encouraging. The British bombed German cities for years. The Americans bombed North Vietnam for years. Israel has bombed Gaza with extraordinary intensity. Did any of these campaigns cause the target to capitulate at the negotiating table on the attacker turn? No. What coercive bombing tends to do historically is harden the target resolve while allowing the leadership of the targeted country to rally its population around a narrative of external aggression and national survival. But the West is betting that this time will be different. Why? Because of technology. Because drones are cheap. Because Ukraine can build them in large numbers. And the West, Europe in particular, can help Ukraine scale up production to a level that makes the drone campaign not a nuisance but a genuine strategic weapon. The argument being made is that drones are the great equalizer, that you don't need a massive land army or an expensive air force. You just need patience, industrial capacity, and intelligence support. And with all three, you can reach into Russian heartland and make Russia believe. Now, let me explain why Moscow reads this situation very differently from Washington and Brussels. From Moscow's perspective, and this is critical to understand if you want to predict what happens next. This is not a proxy war anymore. This was always in Putin's framing, a conflict provoked by Western expansion. But for years, even accepting that framing, there was a degree of separation. NATO countries were providing weapons. NATO countries were providing intelligence. NATO countries were providing money. But there was still a fiction that this was Ukraine fighting Russia with the West. And that fiction is now gone. When British Storm Shadow missiles are hitting targets inside Russian territory, missiles that require British satellite intelligence, British targeting data, British operation support, there is no longer any meaningful distinction between quote and unquote. European leaders announced publicly that Ukraine now produces drones that match or exceed Russian production capacity, and that Europe's task is to accelerate that capacity. Further, they are not describing a support role, they are describing intelligence, and this is exactly how Moscow reads it. Putin has said explicitly that he believes the West is at war with Russia. This is not propaganda for domestic consumption, this is his actual strategic assessment, and his actual strategic assessment matters enormously because it determines how he will respond. Thank you for watching.